You know, there comes a time in life when you start noticing the little things, how it takes a bit longer to get out of bed, how your knees speak up more often than they used to, or how you hold onto the railing just a little tighter going down the stairs. It's not that you've given up. Far from it. It's just that your body doesn't move the way it used to. And if you're watching this video, that's what this video is all about. I'm going to walk you through 5 small, simple things you can do each day, things that take just a few minutes, and that can help you feel more steady, more energized, and yes, maybe even younger. These aren't workouts. They're not fancy diets. There's no sales pitch. Just real, easy steps that older adults across the country are using every day to feel better in their own skin. Now, before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? Comment below and share your city. I always enjoy hearing from you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips like these. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up next. Step 1, Morning Joint Activation. When you first wake up in the morning, how do your joints feel? If you're like most folks I talk to, you probably feel a little stiff, maybe a little creaky. Some people even describe it like their body is rusted shut overnight. And you know what? That's not your imagination. It's real, and it's completely normal. See, when we sleep, our bodies aren't moving for hours. That means the fluid that keeps our joints nice and smooth, what we call synovial fluid, starts to settle. It gets thicker. Kind of like syrup when it's cold. So when you get out of bed and try to move without waking those joints up first, your knees, your back, even your neck, they all push back a little. But here's the good news, you can change that in just 3 minutes. No equipment. No fancy stretches. Just a few gentle movements while you're still sitting on the edge of the bed. Start with your ankles. Slowly rotate them 10 times in each direction. Doesn't have to be fast. Then move up to your knees, lift one leg slightly and move it in small circles. Switch sides. After that, gently twist your upper body side to side, like you're slowly turning to see behind you. Finish with some shoulder rolls, and a few slow neck turns left and right. That's it. Just a few minutes of motion, and you've already started something powerful. You've sent a signal to your body and your brain, we're awake, we're moving, and we're in control today. I knew a man named Edward, he was 81. Used to need help just to stand up in the morning. But after doing this joint activation every day for a couple of weeks, he wasn't just getting out of bed on his own, he was cooking breakfast for his wife again. That's the kind of difference this can make. You're not trying to become a gymnast here. You're just trying to feel steady on your feet and start your day without that uncomfortable stiffness. And when you reduce the chance of falls or joint strain, you're also preserving your freedom, your confidence, and your independence. Your body isn't breaking down because you're using it. It breaks down when you stop moving. So give it 3 minutes. Just 3. You might be surprised how much better you feel before you even take your first step out the door. Step 2, Deep Breathing Reset. Now I know what you might be thinking, breathing? Really? That's your big secret? But hear me out. The way we breathe, especially first thing in the morning, can have a huge impact on how we feel throughout the day. And the truth is, most of us, without even realizing it, breathe in a way that actually adds stress to our bodies instead of relieving it. See, shallow breathing, those short, chest-level breaths, is what we do when we're anxious or rushed. It tells our body, hey, we're under pressure. The problem is, many of us wake up already breathing like that. We're not in danger, but our body doesn't know the difference. So the heart starts racing, the muscles stay tight, and we feel tired before the day even starts. But here's the simple fix, take just 3 minutes every morning to reset your breath. That's it. No apps, no meditation music, just you, sitting comfortably with your feet flat on the floor, hands resting gently on your belly. Close your eyes if that feels good. Now breathe in slowly through your nose. Let the breath fill your belly, not your chest. Then breathe out through your mouth even slower. Don't rush. Don't count. Just keep that slow rhythm. In through the nose, out through the mouth. This kind of breathing does more than relax you. It lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that can wear your body down. It also regulates your heart rate, helps with blood pressure, and gives your nervous system a signal that says, you're safe. You've got this. I remember talking to a woman named Linda. She was 77, and every morning she'd wake up with her heart pounding. She thought something was wrong with her heart, but the tests all came back fine. Turns out, it wasn't her heart, it was anxiety. She started doing this 3-minute breathing reset every morning. After a week, she said it changed everything. Her mornings went from feeling like a sprint to feeling like a calm, steady walk. Step 3, Leg Activation Routine. Let me ask you something. When you stand up in the morning, do your legs feel heavy? Like you're dragging them through mud? You're not alone. A lot of older adults tell me the same thing. And here's what's interesting, it's often not about age, or even arthritis. It's about how your legs wake up in the morning. See, your legs are like the roots of your body. If they're weak, stiff, or not fully turned on, everything else feels off. Your posture, your balance, your energy, it all connects back to how those leg muscles are doing. And most people go from bed straight to their morning coffee without even giving their legs a chance to properly get going, but there's a fix for that. It's a simple 3-minute routine you can do right in your living room, next to the bed, or even holding onto the back of a chair for support. Nothing complicated, just mindful, controlled movements to remind your legs, hey, I still need you today. Start with seated marches. Sit on a sturdy chair and gently lift one knee, then the other, like you're slowly marching. Do this for about 30 seconds. Then move to toe raises, stand up, hold on to something stable, and lift your heels off the ground, then lower them back down. And finally, try some calf raises, same position, but this time lift your toes off the ground and feel the front of your legs engage. These movements boost blood flow, activate muscles, and improve the communication between your brain and your legs. That's a big deal. Because as we age, that connection tends to slow down. But when you wake your legs up early, you set the tone for a more balanced, energetic day. Walter, a man I spoke with who's 64, used to feel like he was carrying weights on his legs. He blamed it on old age and thought it was just something he had to live with. But after 2 weeks of this simple leg routine every morning, he said his legs wanted to move again. That's the kind of difference we're talking about here. You don't need a gym. You don't need a fancy plan. You just need 3 minutes and the willingness to show up for your body. Every day you move your legs with purpose is another day you're choosing strength, independence, and dignity. Step 4, Anti-inflammatory breakfast choice. Let me be honest with you, most people don't realize just how much their breakfast is affecting their joints, energy, and even their mood. You wake up feeling okay, maybe a little stiff, but by the afternoon your knees ache, your feet swell, or you feel like your legs are dragging. It's easy to blame that on age. But sometimes, it's not your age, it's what's on your plate. Inflammation is sneaky. It doesn't always come with pain right away. But inside your body, it's working against you, stiffening your joints, slowing your recovery, and draining your energy. And the foods you eat in the morning can either add fuel to that fire, or help put it out. Now, here's the fix. You don't need a complete diet overhaul. You just need to swap out 1 or 2 things in the morning for anti-inflammatory choices. The best one? Wild blueberries. These little berries are powerful. They're full of antioxidants that help reduce inflammation, support circulation, and protect your joints. Let me give you an example. Elaine, a woman I know who's 77, used to go for walks every morning, but by evening, her knees would swell up so bad she'd have to ice them. We took a look at her breakfast. She was eating sweetened yogurt and white toast every day, both loaded with sugar and refined carbs that trigger inflammation. She made one switch: oatmeal topped with wild blueberries, a few chopped walnuts, and a pinch of cinnamon. Nothing fancy. But within a few weeks, she told me she could walk farther without that painful swelling. And that's not all. Other foods that help fight inflammation include chia seeds, turmeric, and leafy greens, things you can easily mix into a smoothie or sprinkle on top of your breakfast. No need to get complicated. The goal is consistency, not perfection. When you start your day with foods that support your joints, your muscles, and your energy, you're setting yourself up for better movement, less pain, and more freedom. Your body notices what you give it. And when you give it the right things, it thanks you in big ways. Step 5. Omega-3s from cold water fish. You might not think of your diet as a way to improve how your legs feel, but what if I told you that what's missing from your meals could be part of the reason your legs feel heavy, tired, or even numb at times? It all comes down to circulation and inflammation, two things that omega-3s help with in a big way. Omega-3 fatty acids are found in cold water fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. They help reduce inflammation in the blood vessels, relax those vessels, and improve blood flow, especially to the lower part of your body. And that's important, because as we get older, our circulation naturally slows down. Your legs are farthest from your heart, so they're often the first to feel it. I remember Walter. This is a different Walter from earlier. He was 82 and said climbing stairs felt like dragging sandbags. His doctor told him his circulation wasn't great, but there wasn't much to do beyond medication. Well, he decided to try adding salmon to his meals a couple of times a week, nothing extreme, just grilled with some veggies. 2 months later, he said something I'll never forget: "My legs don't argue with me anymore. They cooperate." It wasn't magic. It was consistency. That's the key with omega-3s. Whether you get them from fish or algae-based supplements, if you're not a fan of seafood, the goal is to include them regularly. Even canned sardines or tuna, a couple of times a week, can make a difference. And just as important as what you add to your plate is what you leave out. Walter also cut down on red meat and deli meats, things that can make the blood thicker and harder to move through the body. So it's not just about doing one good thing, it's about creating a little balance. When you support your circulation and reduce inflammation from the inside out, you're giving your body the tools it needs to stay strong and steady. And remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about making small, thoughtful changes that your body will thank you for, one step, one bite, one day at a time. What stood out to you the most today? Was it the idea that just a few minutes of morning movement can loosen your joints? Or maybe it was learning how blueberries and omega-3s can quietly fight inflammation in your body? Maybe it was the reminder that something as natural as breathing can help you start the day feeling calm and in control. Whatever it was, I hope you're walking away from this with one very clear message: you are not powerless when it comes to how your body feels. Aging may change how we move, but it doesn't mean we have to accept feeling weak, stiff, or tired all the time. Small steps, real, manageable ones, can bring big changes. And you don't have to do all 5 things at once. In fact, I don't expect you to. But pick one. Just one. Maybe tomorrow morning, you'll sit on the edge of your bed and take a minute to move your ankles. Or you'll swap your toast for some oats and wild blueberries. Or maybe you'll finally give your breath the attention it deserves. Whatever you choose, do it with consistency. Your body doesn't need extreme workouts or expensive pills. It just needs a little time, a little attention, and the belief that it's still worth taking care of. I've seen so many people, men and women in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond, take these small steps and get real results. I'm talking about walking farther, feeling steadier, sleeping better, even laughing more because they weren't distracted by pain or fatigue anymore. That's what I want for you. So here's my gentle challenge: which one of these 5 things will you try first? Let me know in the comments, I really do read them, and hearing your stories inspires me and others more than you know. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, hit subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. You never know who might need this kind of encouragement today. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself, one small step at a time. And remember, you're not done yet. There's still a lot of life to enjoy. Let's make it strong, steady, and full of energy. We'll see you in the next one.